conversation that we should have, that we will periodically be having, and who better, sheds light on these than the body statutorily given the responsibility by our laws, the NDLEA, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. And of course, we have with us today Oluwatoyin Adegoke. She's Assistant Commander, Drug Demand Reduction in the Ocean Command of the NDLEA. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Now, very quickly, because we have to move very fast for the constraint of time, the issue of substance abuse. We have to broaden it so that it's not just about drug. Let's look at substance abuse. Some will say maybe it's a problem for the major cities, the Abujas, the Benins, the Lagos, and all of these things. You are here in Osun State, but firstly, before we look at the problems associated with it, for information and education, when we talk about substance abuse, from your end as NDLEA, what does that mean?
When we talk about substance abuse, is a general word that goes out to everybody. When we say substance abuse, it means is any substance in asterisk, which when taken into the body by any means whatsoever, interact with the body and thereby affect the biochemical or psychological systems of the body. That is something that changes the functions of the body, that has effect on the body. Anything you take, it can be solid, it can be lotion, it may be balm that can rub to the skin, it may be in powdery form. Anything you apply to the body that change the functions of the body is a substance.
And how is this a problem?
It's a problem.
How? Why? Why is it a
good
problem?
When we say substance is a problem, this substance we're talking about, it works both negative and positive way. In a situation whereby it turns to a problem, it's when some people abuse it in a way that is contrary to the body. Let's say when we say substance, we categorize that a substance can be a drug. When somebody that is sick go to the hospital and the physician prescribe some drugs for the person, the person will take it with the aim of getting well. But in a situation when somebody is not sick at all, the person is perfectly okay, but he wants to create maybe some excitement for himself, he just go and take some drugs without anybody prescribing it for him or her. It becomes a problem for the person. The person will now change from being well to sick. Which means that such a person has been abusing drugs. And the drugs that we're talking about, it's when it can be abused, when you take it in a way that is contrary to the prescription of the manufacturer, or when somebody is taking illegal prohibited drugs that NDLEA usually pursuing that these people should not take this thing, you should not touch this, you should not administer this one. There are some drugs that are categorized that the government has already prohibited it, that we should not take it.
Maybe you should go there. What are these substances? What are these drugs?
Okay.
That are illegal?
Yes. When we are talking about drugs that are legal, when we talk about narcotics drugs, under this narcotic drug that we can see morphine, that we can see codeine, that we can see heroin, they are legal. They are illegal to the society. When we talk about stimulant, there are some stimulants, we call it depressant drugs also. They are illegal to the body, like metamorphine, like barbiturates, like Valium capsule that is very common in our society here, Librum capsule, Lasotan, Atifan, Secobarbita. We are not permitted people to be taking it without great physician's recommendation. like cannabis sativa. Cannabis sativa is the one that we call M. We call it Igbo, Ganja, Efo. Very common, which contain tetrahydrocannabinol. It is illegal. Like there are a group of inhalants, which we call volatile solvent, like rubber solution that organizers are using to pass tires. People are abusing it. Nail polish that we girls are using for fashion, corrective fluid that we are using in the office, lizard dung, pit toilet for that matter.
Lizard dung?
Yes.
That's the excreta of the lizard?
Yes, sir. Gasoline that we are using to fuel our car, kerosene, they inhale it, which is not good to our health. It is not good to our health. Then, like hallucinogen, this drug, lysergic acid, is not common in our environment here. Like persivicin is not common in our environment here. People are abusing it. Anabolic steroid, this one is methylenone, danazol. The sportsmen and women are using it to enhance their performances, to build up their body. But people are abusing it. All these drugs that people are abusing, that we are telling people that these things are not good, is contrary to people, that we should not near all these things because it has negative effect in our body.
Okay, so how what exactly is the role of NDLEA in trying to curb, because you said some of these drugs should not be gotten without the physician's prescription. Yeah. What's the NDLEA's role in trying to curb people from getting it without this prescription of the physician?
Yes. One of the most important things, especially my department, that we're doing about this thing, we are doing public enlightenment. Started from primary school to secondary school to tertiary institution, to tell them the danger inherent in drug abuse. That is one thing, because we see that this drug war is not the war that maybe NDLEA alone can fight, that this is the war that all hands must be on deck, that we should fight it collectively. We call it war against drug abuse. Because some people, they are ignorant of this thing. They don't know what it entails. Either it's dangerous to the body or not. We don't know. They don't know. So when we are passing this message, campaigning from school to school, to market, to public places, to garage, to park, to everybody, people will know that this thing, they are not good to be using in the society. But in a situation, when I said that physicians, doctors, health workers, condition may warrant that somebody may sick, they know better than ordinary person that is not professional in that area. Like psychiatric patients, they are in position, they are in best way to prescribe correct drug that will suit the person at the right time. Not ordinary person.
Okay. People walk into pharmacies to get these drugs. Possibly. Is there a way that these pharmacies could actually, it can be stopped from being sold to people without that prescription?
Yes. People do walk to pharmacies or to chemist store, all these local chemists, patent medicine dealer. NDLEA at the end of arresting them, we do go there due to the information, we do arrest the chemist dealer. If it is pharmacists that have the qualification, that have the certificate to dish out that thing, we can pardon the person. But if you don't have any certificate that back you up, it's very common in our area, because like this tramadol, people do abuse it a lot. Pentamycin, they abuse it a lot. We do arrest those chemists, people that are dealing with all
now, let's look for and talk about the predisposing factors Why do people take these things? Because there must be reason. I'm not sure somebody wake up and then they want to go and inhale gum or pit latrines or smoke the dungs from lizard and all of these things that looks creepy to the normal human mind. What are those predisposing factors? Why do people abuse it? Why do people engage in it? Because we must identify what is attracting them.
The factors that are responsible for this drug abuse, I would say number one is peer pressure. You know, when you look at our society nowadays, that the youth are the most vulnerable aspect of people that are abusing drugs. Peer pressure, which is characterized by the desire to be acceptable among friends or social circle. When 3 or 4 people are moving together, you say, you are not, you are old school, you don't want to be like us, this and that. They will initiate the person, most especially the youth.
That individual wants to belong.
They want to belong. They have to have sense of belonging. Another one is ignorance. Many people don't know the danger that's involved in this drug abuse. They don't know maybe it is dangerous or not. That's why the Holy Book of Bible said that my people are dying because of the lack of knowledge. And that is what prompts us to be doing campaigning from house to house, from school to school, that they should know that this thing is not good because it involves a lot of dangers. Another one is alienation, in a situation where somebody just carry his daughter or son to go and live with maybe relation in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, because economic situation in Nigeria. When they maltreat the child, before you know what is happening, the child will just run away from home. And houses is very readily available by the drug abusers under bridge. They will initiate the child into drugs. By the time they are giving 500 naira, 1,000 naira, brother, I'm greeting you, he or she will come back. Alienation. Another one is economic situation of Nigeria. Everybody are just trying to manage themselves to do one or two things. This economic situation follow to unemployment. People that young graduates that are graduated for the past 3-4 years roaming about. They say, I do hand as a devil workshop, doing nothing. By the time started roaming up and down, maybe you see a friend that offer him drugs to be taken. They will now say, let me just take it, at least I'll go and sleep, I forget about my problem. Anxiety contributed to this thing. Anxiety, depression. Some people are suffering from depression. They will just go into drugs to escape from that depression to hide.
As a coping mechanism.
As a coping mechanism, which is not good. Environmental influence is another factor that is responsible for it.
Yes. Quickly, sorry, because we are pressed for time. Now, some of these things that people take, that young people take, old people take, maybe very young people as well, because we learned sometimes some children are not left out in this matter, is most of them will not take it in the form that people know. Most of them will not come and smoke publicly. Most of them will not will not take these things where their parents are. Is there a way to recognize? Now, we have been told that there are ways you can know that somebody is under the influence. Can you share that with us? Because many children will not come and speak in front of their parents, but maybe there are some things that parents, caregivers can look at to know that there's something wrong with this boy, there's something wrong with this girl.
If you are, yes, these are the signs of drug abuse. When you see somebody that he always, maybe he don't like to be associating with family members again. He always keep indoor inside his room without discussing anything with anybody. You should suspect the child or the person. When somebody become unnecessary hostility, just started, no, why are you talking to me? Necessary hostility, you suspect
aggression.
Aggressive. When you see incoherent speech, they are asking, you go to school today, what did they teach you? That teacher, the chemistry teacher. Okay, what did they teach you? Okay, anatomy. What is anatomy? Anatomy. Start incoherent speech. You know that maybe the child is no longer being himself again. Deviant behaviors like stealing, like telling lie, making trouble with the authority, maybe is a government worker or student, when you see that the performances started going down, you notice that maybe it's not normal again. It's not normal again. Then from the appearance, you see the leaves will be getting darker. The palm, this thumb finger, you see that the thing will be getting burned again, reddish eyes. The eyes will look so reddish, you know, they will not fear for anything. When you notice that maybe the person is not behaving the way he was behaving before, or drug slang started talking negatively, you know that the person is no longer with his self.
Symptoms.
Yeah, these are the symptoms.
All right.
Or when you search him, you can find all these possession of drug itself from his pocket, possession of drug related paraphernalias with him. You know that the person is into drug.
Quickly, one would say whenever, let's talk about the NDLEA now. One would say whenever, most times when you see the NDLEA, it's always about arrest. It's about handling people, forcing people, apprehending, and all of those things. Part of your mandate, does it include reform of drug, possibly patients and prevention, advocacy, sensitization? Because the moment you see NDLEA guys on the road, oh, trouble is about to start. Is that all you do?
No.
Okay, quickly.
Yes, like that I'm sitting here, that is the department that I'm heading.
Great.
That is drug demand reduction. As we have supply aspect of drug, that is how we have reduction aspect of drug. It's not about arrest alone. We do admit, I can tell you authoritatively that we have many rehabilitation in our office there in Osun State Command. People that we believe that they are sick, exactly that is what happened to them. People that are sick or they have psychosis, you can refer them. It can be referral. It's in three forms. Referral by arrest, referral by the family, referral by the significant. The person, the people that are sick, they may know that they have problem, but they don't know how to help themselves out of the problem. When the family supports them, they bring them to us. Then there is a test. I did not bring it. There is drug test that we have in our office. It costs only 10,000 naira. They will collect the person urine. When they conduct the test for him, through his urine, there is 11 types of drugs that listed there. Under 5 minutes, it will bring out the one that the person is abusing. Either it's cannabis, it's tramadol, is this. It will just show the one that is abusing under 5 minutes, so that we know the type of treatment that we give to the person.
Okay.
We call the treatment start from detoxification to remove the poison of the drug that is in the system. Then we start the counseling. We do it with the help of the doctors. We arrange, the doctor will come and be visiting
Madam,
the person.
I'm afraid
they
possibly
go through rehabilitation.
You might still have to come back so that we have a longer time to discuss all of this, because we have to go. I've been told we have less than 2 minutes. Very importantly, let me ask you this particular question to say, this is Osun State. And some will say area, society, communities differs. What are those drug problems that are prevalent in Osun State that you are grappling with? Or is it the same as everywhere? Because we know there is what is called meth in Purumiri in the southeast. I'm not sure if it's here. And if it's here, can you confirm? What are those things that are troubling Osun young people?
The one that is troubling Osun is mainly cannabis sativa.
The
Igbo, because they planted it in southwest. They planted it in Osun here. Very, very common. Under this thing that you see highs, you see AZ, you see Arizona, you see Colorado, you see what did they call Colorado, you see Monkey Tail. Jews are abusing it a lot. Then another one that is very common, you know, tramadol, they call tram. If you don't watch the Okada that want to climb, they will just go and ruin the person somewhere. You get fractures there and there. Very, very common here.
Your take home today, is there hope for people having drug problems?
Yes.
I want us to round off on that.
Yes, there is hope for them.
Yeah.
That's why we don't stigmatize them and push them aside. That is what I'm saying, that we have many rehabilitation centers where we do rehabilitate them. Minimum of 3 months and maximum of 2 years.
And you won't prosecute them?
No.
They won't go to prison?
They are not a suspect. They are
but you arrest. You do arrest.
We do arrest. When we arrest, if we discover that he's a user, they will refer him or her to my department.
Okay. So which kind of people do you prosecute?
People that are dealing with drug, people that are trafficking drug, people that are planting drug, these things that have the possession, that they conceal it, that they use it as their main business.
All right.
But users, we refer them to drug demand reduction department for counseling, for rehabilitation, so that they will come back to the mainstream of life to be useful to themselves and to be useful to the society. We have been speaking with Oluwatoyin Adegoke. She is Assistant Commander, Drug Demand Reduction Ocean NDLEA. You know, for the want of time, we'll have want to do it better, but maybe at a later date, we have a long stretch of time to discuss other things, because I know it's more than what we can afford this morning. Thank you very much for your time and your take, and for the good work that NDLEA is doing. You mentioned Colorado. The only Colorado that I know is in the United States.
United States, right.
Is a place there. Thank you very much, and we should go.
Yeah, we should go. We'll see you tomorrow.
Do you know Colorado?
Of course I do.
Don't let me ask you. Let's go.
We'll see you tomorrow for the TGIF edition of Morning Spring. I remain Uzom. Stay safe. And Femi Ojo is my name. Whatever you do, please be responsible and stay alive. You can have a recap of this program, all of the topics we have discussed today, on our YouTube channel at Western Spring TV. We'll make a return tomorrow, God willing. God bless Nigeria. Bye.